Welcome back everybody to the next feature of the night, the penultimate feature of the B&R Water Cartage Championship round number 9. And on track, 125cc Group B and Group C for their 12-lap feature. Dan the Man Lewis gets the front row. Danny Townsend goes alongside him. And I don't think anybody's going to go with the pace of Dan Lewis. If that thing is on song like it was in the pre-final, it is an absolute weapon. We go, green light racing! Nope, not happy. They were already flat out way before that green light came on. And they're not allowed to do that. They've got to wait for the green before they put the hammer down. Dan Lewis very much went on the B of the bang. Dan Lewis will now try and do it again. Townsend is alongside him. Dimmock, Gorison, Harders, Micallef, Lewis, Van Lieshout and Van Lieshout. We'll see who's there when we get going. As we get ready to turn fuel into noise and go green. Away we go. This time Dan Lewis gets the whole shot and does the right thing. Back towards me he comes. Dan Lewis now into the noise complex he comes. Lewis leading the way from Townsend, Benji. Then Dimmock from Micallef. He's up there in the mid-pack, but Van Lieshout goes through. Yes, he does. The second Van Lieshout to the that'll be Andy. And then second from the rear goes Rene Gorison. Down the guard side front straight away they come. Go Dan Lewis, then Zena. Zena is on the Dan Lewis camp and he is absolutely flying. Look at the lead. He's gone. Lewis, Townsend, Dan, Dimmock, Van Lieshout, Micallef, Gorison, Van Lieshout. Down the back straight they go. Heading. Oh, Dimmock! Trying to go inside, doors closed. He'll go again. Watch for the move from Dimmock. Yes, he does. He gets it done. Dimmock goes through. Benji Dan down 1. Dimmock's up to 3. Benji Dan down to 4. Leaders come through. Lewis. Danny Townsend. Followed by Dimmock. Dan. Van Lieshout. Micallef. Gorison, then Andy Van Lieshout down the back straight they go. Heading now through side right and onto upgrade. Already coming down the car side front straight away they go. Still leading the way. Dan the Man Lewis is flying. Lewis leading. Down he goes. And he turns out and stays with him. Now I think Dimmock maybe far. Dan Townsend bogged down. He bogged right down, and unfortunately that's brought Dimmock right to him. Danny Townsend now has Dimmock breathing all over him. Down they go, heading through the Formosa sweeper. And we'll check in with Levi and Andy Van Lieshout when they come round as the kids are cheering them on. Here they come. Levi Van Lieshout, oh, he's going to go through. Yes, he does. Levi goes through. Andy will try and do the same. It's Ben Dan. Went around sideways. Levi now up a place. Now he's after another one. Through they go. Heading down the guard side front straight away. Leader comes through. Still Dan Lewis from Townsend. Dimmock. Oh, they touch. They touch. Through goes Van Lieshout. Gorison. Then Ben. Oh, no. Andy goes around. Oh, he's gone around. Now he's at the back and continues on. And here come your leaders. Still there, Dan the Man Lewis on lap number 7. Over half race distance. Dan Lewis is absolutely flying. Here comes Dimmock. He's up to 2. Dan Townsend was holding him up. And I think Levi knows it too. Levi is gonna go! Whoa, Dan goes back. Levi, he's up to 3. Levi, up to P3. Kids, are you watching? He's flying. Down the guard side, frustrating where he goes. Levi Van Lieshout up to P3. Round the foremost, the sweeper. Round comes Dan Lewis. On he goes. Now they head back past me. Still Dimmock hanging on. Oh, he's gone wide. Here comes Levi Van Lieshout. Round he goes. Heading out to Dimmock now. Who goes? Danny Townsend. Then Dan. Who goes? Mikulev. Gorison. Then Andy Van Lieshout. Through they go. Heading around out of the noise complex on the T8 top block while the leader comes back towards me. This is 9 laps is being done. Dan the Man Lewis, big lead from Dimmock in 2. Levi Van Lieshout, he's come through the field and he's got himself to 3. Hugo Townsend, Benjamin Dan, Mikulev, oh now Gorison's there. Gorison on Benny Mikulev. Gotta hold on. Rene's coming, Rene. Closing. Onto the guards, so frustrated where they go. Mikulev holds him off. Ben Gorison, Rene Gorison after it. Benny still holds with 3 to go. Mikulev keeping him where he is. Rene Gorison all over him. Run they head. Oh, he's gone wide, no! Mikulev wide, Gorison got him. Oh, Andy! Oh, Andy spins it up. Now he's in front of the leader. That is your leader. And Dan the Man, he's about to complete 11 laps. Over the line he goes. Dan the Man Lewis. 1 to go. Down there. Through he comes. Heading past me. Lewis. Through he goes. Down the back straight for the last time. Nice drive, Dan Lewis. Says Ronnie Simpson. A great accolade, Dan York. 125cc Group B's feature winner, chicken dinner. Dan the Man Lewis. Second, Ricky Dimmock. Third, Levi Van Lieshout. 4th, Danny Townsend. 5th, Benji Dan. 6th, Rene Gorison. 7th, Ben Mikulev. 8, Andy Van Lieshout. Yay! That was for the kids. Oh, beauty. Absolute beauty. 1 feature to come. Hold on to your hats. It could be a cracker.